this episode of BizFrankTalk with Nzavi. Today we're just going to look on how can you present your proposal to the client in the best way possible. So we're going to look at 7 frank points on presenting a winning proposal to the client. It's very important to understand that as an entrepreneur, you have a business that you are running, but at the same time, you need to be ready with regard to presentations, with regard to meetings. You have to go there prepared. A lot of people would ask me and say, what is the difference between a proposal and a pitch? Well, a pitch is something that you can pitch to anybody that you don't even know, or somebody that you can introduce yourself and your business, maybe in 3 minutes or so. But when it comes to proposal, you need to show that you've got a full background and understanding, and you've done a thorough research in terms of what is it that you want to present to me, because you're bringing a solution to my company. You are not looking for funding from me, but you want to do a business with me. So in that case, you would find that you're not pitching your idea, but you are presenting a solution to the company. And a solution may not need a few minutes, but it's something that you may make an appointment and make sure that we have enough time to look at it. So I just want us to go through the 7 frank points. And point number 1 is have an opening statement. Should you be given or granted the meeting opportunity that you have to meet with a client, or be it via Zoom or whichever way, you need to first have an opening statement. In your opening statement, you need to set some rules about your presentation. Be it that you have to explain, or maybe to tell the client that, listen, if you have any question, please ask me the questions after or before, or you can ask me, in the middle, or you can ask me anytime, or wait for me to finish my presentation, then you can ask me the questions. So these are some of the rules that you can give. And obviously, it's possible that you'll find that in most cases, the meeting is not happening at your place. So then they are the ones who will tell you where the oblations and the breakfast and everything, that is from them. But if it is your space, if it's their space, then you just focus on what are the rules and the guides that would relate to your presentation, so that you're all in the same page. Number 2, have an introduction of yourself and your company. It's very important to give the client a full information about you. Who are you? Where do you come from? What credentials do you have? What accreditations do you obtain? Do you have you obtained? And that will give them that sense of understanding that you know what you're talking about, but also you understand the industry that you are in. But also remember, it may not necessarily that your qualifications are related to the industry. It may be a different industry altogether, but at least give them that outline of who you are and what you're doing, and also give the details of your business. What is the business all about? Who are the owners of the business? Are you here as a sales rep, or are you here as the owner of the business? Because it's very important. I need to know, am I dealing with the decision maker here? That when we finish the meeting, you're still going to say, hey, I'm going to go and talk to my bosses and see if we can negotiate the better price for you. Or you are the one that can negotiate a better price on the spot. So those things are very key and important. Number 3, which is a frank point number 3, is give a problem statement. Give an understanding of the industry that you're talking about, but also what problem have you identified that you're trying to solve. Give us the stats, the information, any information that you have, but also don't lie when it comes to stats. Don't give the wrong information. Don't give us the state of 2010 if there are stats for 2021 already. Because I have to say this, because some of the states you'd find that they don't move like maybe every year or annually. So you can give a state that is maybe of 2016, as long as there is no new stats or new information, then you can get away with that. But if you find that you're giving stats of 2010 when there are stats for 2021 about the industry, then that you may not get away with. So you need to be careful, check your facts correctly, check everything correctly, and then even the problem that you have identified, make sure that there is no other, even if there are others who are solving the problem that you want to solve. But at least make sure that you don't emphasize this thing of we are the only one, only to find that there are others. Remember, only your value proposition, it will differentiate you. What is the added value that will differentiate you with others? So it doesn't mean that when you come up with a solution, and also remember, even the company itself may be busy with the research on the same problem that you're bringing, and they may be close to the solution, So they are just giving you time. So make use of the time effectively. Number 4, present your solution to the company. Do not criticize the current system of the company when you present that solution to the company. Most of the entrepreneurs, when they present, they want to dwell too much into, yeah, you've been doing this wrong, or you've been doing this, this way, it's not working. It's been making them money. All that you're doing here, you're just bringing something that will add value into their business. But you're not bringing something that will change the whole landscape of their business, how they do business. So you need to appreciate what they've done already. They've been paying CEOs and operations managers to run the company for years before you showed up. So you need to show that respect. In your presentation of the solution to the company, you need to understand and embrace and look at ways in which that your solution will come and enhance what they are already doing. Not to get rid of it completely, or not to show that what they've been doing it wrong all along. So you need to respect that and to show that. Number 5, show value proposition of your idea and also the value that your solution will add to their company. Have outlined value proposition. What is it that it will add? What value will your product add to the company? What value, what unique selling point that your product has that a client can buy from you? Why should they buy the product or your services than any other services? What is it that you're promising to the client? And are those promises genuine? Are those promises unique? Or these are the promises that they already know, that are already there in the market. So you need to be very careful. But also, let the client understand what changes will it bring to the business and what value will it add to the business. And please be careful. If a client tries to respond to some of your points and show you other dynamics and elements within their business that may make it impossible for your solution to work, think of how you can make them understand that your solution is going to add value than to argue with the client. Because where the problem is that most of the entrepreneurs, instead of acceding if they realize that, maybe they have a point, you still want to argue differently. You still want to push your point, but it may not work to this client. You may lose a client by trying to undermine them or to shoot down and to not agree. You have to agree with them. We agree to disagree. So it's not like when you agree, then it means that what you're presenting does not make sense at all. No, it makes sense, but they just want to show you that, don't go extra mile on that. We already have it covered. And then both of you can agree on what can work for the company, because your solution may be what they are looking for. But the packaging of your solution, you may miss the client if you're not careful. Number 6, show what the cost will be and the payment methods. When you show the cost of the product, of the solution, also show how much will it cost the company to implement. Because when we talk about the cost, it's the cost that they may pay you. But how much will it cost them to implement the idea? Will they pay you $50,000 and only to spend 50 million to implement? Or will they pay you $5,000 and pay nothing to implement? You need to show that so that they can calculate and work around that properly. Because here is the thing, you'll find that most entrepreneurs, they go do presentation, give their price and everything. By the time the client go and calculate how much it will cost them to implement, they realize that it's very costly. And they say, no, your price is good. We like your price and we are happy with it, but the budget will not allow us to implement it now. But if you raise that in the meeting, then it will be easier for them to understand that. Number 7, which is the last point, indicate how you will deliver and when the client can expect delivery of the product. So you have done your presentation, you are done with everything. Let me know, how do you deliver this product and when can I expect it to be delivered? What time frame are we working on? And that will allow the client to say, you know what? No, that's going to be too late for us because we are busy with this, or can we postpone it? Can we put it at this time? And then that will allow an harmony, and that will allow a good negotiation. And please, at the end, allow questions. Don't close clients out and say, you know what? Send me the questions via email, or you know what? I think I've covered everything. There is no question, I believe. No, allow the clients to ask questions. If you did not open that session to say they can ask questions during your presentation, let them ask questions at the end. And then you will, at the end, be able to win that client to your side and to be able to get that client. Remember also that clients, you may not get that client, but that client can share with a friend your idea and your proposal. And you may find that you get other clients through having done a good job in one client. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for today, and looking forward to having you in our next episode. That is David Derek, and at BizFrankTalk, please don't forget to subscribe so that we can share a lot of content with you, so that we can send you notifications whenever we have uploaded the new video or the new session that we may have. And that is all that we had for today. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day.